It is my pleasure to be here in the presence of one of the greats. All praise, sir. We're privileged to have the one and only Cristian Varela give us the sneak peek of his documentary, which will document his 25 years as an amazing musician, producer, and DJ. Brothers and sisters, make some noise for the DJ, please.
Okay, thanks for coming, everybody. We have today in the panel Fatima Haji, we have Industrializer, Lloyd from Loco and Jam, Jamie from Roland Instruments, and Marco Bailey, my brother, he's just here. So we just see 15 minutes of this documentary. I took I think the best parts because it's like 50 minutes, it's like a film. So I took like 15 minutes and then we speak about the documentary, and if you want to make some questions. So let's start. Okay.
He aprendido muchas cosas, pero lo más importante es que me he dado cuenta de que mi profesión es no solo lo que mejor se me da, sino lo que realmente yo buscaba para hacer en mi vida, ¿no? El poder hacer que la gente disfrute, miles o cientos de miles o millones de personas puedan disfrutar con algo que has creado tú, creo que es algo impresionante y creo que es una sensación espectacular, incluso que no se puede explicar, ¿no?
Tú fíjate qué foto tan bonita, con tu madre. ¿Quién iba a decir que de una cosa tan chiquitita ahí dentro iba a haber tanta música?
Por lo que me contaba mi madre, la única manera de que me callara cuando yo era un bebé era poniéndome música clásica.
Hombre, mi deseo sería ¿qué es lo que va a conseguir? Porque lo más importante de todo esto es el gran sentido musical, lo gran músico que es. A mí, imagínate, se me cae la baba cuando yo de repente veo, no sé, en una película, veo música de Cristian Varela. Para un padre, eso es un orgullo.
I think I know Cristian 26, 27 years now. I played for his brother on the Frenetic parties. We did some music together on the label Primate in the UK and on Primeville. We did a label together at a certain moment. We did parties together and many things, you know.
Yo me acuerdo que se inventó un sello discográfico que era Pornographic y yo ya le ayudé a hacer unas pequeñas Pornographic parties, que las llamábamos unos pequeños performance, un poco subidos de tono, que ahora parece un poco de broma, pero en aquellos tiempos era muy complicado. En Praga, pues cuando anunciábamos fiestas pornográficas y encima música electrónica, la gente se pensaba que venía el diablo, ¿no?
Pues que es un elemento fundamental en la música de los últimos años en España, ¿no? Bueno, en España y en Europa, en todo el mundo, porque es casi más conocido fuera que dentro, ¿no? No solamente porque en un momento determinado Carl Cox se vuelve loco con él,
the music, how we played back to back. Met each other so many times at different festivals and clubs. Had a fantastic career with him all the way through until present day. It's just been absolutely amazing.
Ya empiezan todas mis giras a nivel ya internacional desde que saco el primer primate.
First time I saw him DJ was in an indoor techno festival called Impulse in Holland. He played on 4 turntables. He had the long black hair, the black t-shirt and the big silver chain. And me and my friend, we were in the crowd and it was amazing. It was amazing.
La primera vez que vi a Cristian fue en Florida haciendo 35. Yo iba a ver a Sven, iba a ver a Richie, iba a ver a todos y de hecho allí fue la primera vez que vi a Cristian Varela en Florida haciendo 35.
Y la recuerdo también con mucho cariño, ¿no? Aquella etapa en que la electrónica, en que los discjockeys no eran discjockeys, sino que eran pinchadiscos, que los que hacíamos electrónica, los que empezábamos con esto, estábamos mal vistos, que teníamos que dar muchas explicaciones. Y Cristian realmente, junto con otros discjockeys de la talla de Óscar Mulero, de Ángel Molina, del fallecido Sideral, grandes amigos todos, pues a nivel nacional nos ayudaron mucho en un pueblecito, en Fraga, en Florida, a crecer como empresarios del mundo de la electrónica, ¿no?
Yo conocí a Cristian cuando vino hace ya algunos años, joven talento, heredero de una historia de cultura y música en su familia, que ya prometía muchísimo, 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 tanto que pertenece a Space como expresión de lo grande que pueden ser los discjockeys españoles y sobre todo con esta cultura nueva de la música electrónica.
In the beginning, a friend of mine, Tony Palmer from Mallorca, he was talking about Cristian Varela many times. This young guy from Madrid playing house and techno music.
A través de un promotor que además ha sido y sigue siendo una leyenda dentro de la electrónica, Tony Palmer. Pinché para un evento suyo y cuando me vio pinchar me dijo, tú tienes que conocer a Cal.
When Tony Palmer was talking about Cristian, I was very interested in his style, in his way.
Entonces, bueno, coincidimos aquí en Ibiza, me presentó a Cal y se interesaron, pues, escucharon sesiones mías.
Where we got to sit down and to talk about the music and to have a feeling of understanding and mutual respect based on where I was at that time as an English DJ playing this music and where Cristian was at his time being one of the #1 DJs in Spain playing techno, tech house and techno music.
Hubo ese feeling, esa energía que tiene Cal y conectamos muy bien.
At the same time, I was looking to have a residency in space in Ibiza, and we thought it would be a really great idea to have at least one leading techno DJ from Spain, and Cristian was one of the names that came forward.
Y a partir de entonces he estado pinchando con él prácticamente todos los años en Space.
So I was very happy about that. But when I got to see him play, I was even more happier because first and foremost, he was playing on 3 turntables.
Incluso hemos hecho 4 o 5 veces el back-to-back juntos justo al final, que ha sido como algo muy sonado y muy apoteósico aquí en la isla, ¿no?
So people can see what I do, people can see what he does, and when we make the back-to-back sessions, it was fantastic.
Y desde entonces pues siempre ha habido una gran colaboración y bueno, sobre todo una gran amistad, porque hay que decir que Cal es una gran persona, un buen amigo y sobre todo un gran artista.
En este momento yo creo que trabaja más fuera, por ejemplo, pues yo qué sé, desde Tokio a cualquier ciudad de Europa, ¿no? Y en ese sentido pues es curioso porque claro, es que me recuerda mucho a mí cuando salgo fuera, ¿no? Y de verdad me muevo por otras ciudades, presento las películas en otros sitios y la imagen que pueden tener yo que sé, en Londres o en Filadelfia de lo que hago yo, pues es muy diferente a la que pueden llegar a tener la gente que me conoce aquí de España, ¿no? Y con Cristian pues me da la sensación de que está pasando lo mismo.
Empiezo a producir en los sellos más grandes y a pinchar en los festivales más grandes, pero estamos hablando que yo en aquella época tendría 18 años. Y ya me empecé a preocupar mucho en invertir mi dinero, porque para eso nunca he malgastado. Todo lo que he ido ganando lo he invertido en música, en vinilos, en equipo, en el estudio y tal. Y ahí es cuando ya empecé a crear mi propio estudio, que ahí pues empecé a hacer mogollón de colaboraciones con otros DJs, me empezaron a mandar cosas para anuncios publicitarios, y ahí es cuando ya empecé a hacer otro tipo de música, pues más para publicidad, para pelis, para teatro, incluso para Cibeles. En el 2000 hice mi primer desfile con Cristian Varela, y ahí es cuando ya empecé yo a hacer otro tipo de música que no era solo electrónica, que era más pues, de compositor, como más sinfónico y más tal. Y entonces ya empecé mis dos carreras paralelas, la de músico, compositor, y la de DJ, productor y movida electrónica.
Yo recuerdo haber escuchado un par de temas suyos impresionantes, se me saltaban las lágrimas porque era música electrónica con música clásica, increíble, increíble de verdad.
My name's Sam O'Kell. I'm an engineer and mixer here at Abbey Road, and I had the pleasure of working with Cristian Varela on his Paradise Feelings album. It's a pretty interesting mix of synthesized stuff and orchestral real elements. What can I say? A pleasure working with Cristian. All the best.
Cristian es Cristian, tiene una técnica impresionante y cada día más, y seguir avanzando y le veo pues cada día más alto, por supuesto.
Es la sensación de que por fin teníamos una estrella de la música electrónica, un personaje con trascendencia mediática que nos servía para que se amplificase pues todo lo que significa y ha significado y seguro que significará la música electrónica en el firmamento de la música española.
Todos los jueves iba a un sitio que se llamaba The Velvet Room, que era una residencia de Calcox, y recuerdo ver a Cristian allí alguna vez porque trabajaba con Calcox y solía ir allí Cristian a pinchar.
12 or 15 years ago maybe, and Cristian played on 4 turntables. Amazing. Never dropped a beat, never distracted, just focus, concentration. Yeah, really, really amazing. And the music, very good energy, and yeah, really, really good.
A partir de ahí, John me propone varios negocios. Uno de ellos era montar una especie de plataforma digital, porque ya pues todo está cambiando, las máquinas se están volviendo ya de analógico a digital, el CD se hace como muy famoso, pero claro, yo que soy un mega protector, seguidor, y lo sigo siendo, del vinilo, pues bueno, John me propone una plataforma de venta digital, de música digital. A lo que le digo que me parece una locura porque eso destruiría el vinilo, ¿no? Pues ahora resulta que esa plataforma es lo que ahora todo el mundo conoce como Beatport. Y yo dije que no.
So it's been a long time. I think I met Cristian probably close to when he started, 25 years ago in the days of vinyl. And I think fax machines, because that's how we communicated then. And now I'm so happy to be able to use an iPhone and say big hug, many thanks for the biggest parties productions. I remember doing a movie with him at the Family Club in Toledo. We started a movie together, and just great time. So big hug, congratulations. Don't get too old too fast, but you'll always be young at heart and always younger than me.
Y bueno, a partir de ahí es cuando ya empieza a cambiar todo de analógico a digital, empiezan a quebrar distribuidoras gigantes como Prime, como Intergroove, como Newton, el vinilo empieza a desaparecer y a transformarse como en un artículo de lujo, cada vez más caro de fabricar, de almacenar, de distribuir, y bueno, pues ya la gente empieza a ver una salida, muchos productores que antiguamente no se podían permitir el lujo de grabar un disco, de tener un estudio, de comprarse máquinas, pues vieron un mundo, ¿no? Porque vieron que a través de un ordenador y subiéndolo a una plataforma como era Beatport, podía vender su música. Con esto, los sellos discográficos que sacábamos todo en vinilo, empezamos a ver, pues eso, que de 6.000 copias que vendías de un disco, empezabas a vender 3.000, de 3.000, 1.000, muchos sellos discográficos desaparecieron, prácticamente todas las distribuidoras, y solamente sobrevivimos algunos sellos, pues como por ejemplo Tresor, bueno, Primate continuó, Pornographic continuó, Drumcode de Adam Beyer, CLR de Chris Living.
I got to know Cristian about end of the 90s when we all ran our little labels through distribution called Prime in England, and we started to make our first international appearances and contacts. Back in these days, Cristian was already one of the major players in the Spanish techno and house scene, and we immediately became good friends, played a lot of gigs together, and in the 2000s also had this crazy idea to form this back-to-back project with 6 turntables and effects.
Thank you very much. Well, it's funny because until 1 or 2 months ago, I didn't see the complete edition of the documentary. So when I was looking everything and listening the interviews, I didn't know what everybody was speaking about me. I was a little bit scared. But I have to say this is prepared 2 years ago, so it's normally should be the 27th anniversary. But yeah, finally we did it. It's a pleasure to show you just a sample of the film. And well, I want to just my friends speaking about me or the documentary. And yeah, just have a chat, some questions, and I leave it to him.
Would anybody like to ask some questions for Cristian? Yeah, Mitch?
When will it come out, like the full length?
We are expecting about in the medium of December, before 2019, because now we are dealing with 1 or 2 big companies to make the distribution and everything, but still doing that. So maybe, hopefully, we have in December.
Listen, I want to pick up on a couple of the subjects on the documentary. Because I know vinyl was very, very important to most DJs from that era. What did you think when the labels started to close down and like you say, there was the pressure from the digital coming to take over from vinyl? What did you think at that period?
Well, we was really scared because, as I tell there, the sales was very quick going down, and the digital era wasn't very secure. It was very risky to put everything in internet or Beatport because maybe everybody can pirate the music. So now everything is controlled. But yeah, we was really scared. We even thought, like Marco and me, to stop with the vinyls and just continue with digital, because the cost of the vinyl is really high. Distribution, manufacturing, everything is very expensive. And at that time we was selling like
to 50 hertz, isn't it? That's that 50 hertz, mate.
Yeah. So we was thinking about stop with the vinyls and continue just with digital. So it was really difficult period.
The last couple of years, then, have you noticed a new increase? I mean, are you releasing vinyl again now? Yeah.
Yeah, because now apparently vinyl is coming back. People is starting to be interested, new generation starting to be interested in vinyls, and now vinyl is only for mainly for more underground labels. So not too many people are doing vinyl. So it's something like very special. When you are doing vinyl, is because you want to offer to the people something very special, limited, and yeah, I think it's very cool.
Yeah. And obviously, when you met Carl, your profile went. Especially, I mean, Tony Palmer's also. Tony's also English, right? From Marbella.
He's from Mallorca. He's Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah.
But with you growing up to play there, was it natural for you to play in local clubs? Because obviously, being from Madrid, how did you find your way down to the coast, to Marbella? And was it like a summer getaway sort of thing?
At that time, yes, I was playing in festivals and a lot of places, but never in Ibiza. And Carl was the first person who brought me to play and have the opportunity to play in Ibiza, because in the beginning of the 19th, techno wasn't very known in Ibiza. It was most tech house, and ambient, even like Café del Mar and things like that. So techno was just only with Zen Bath, with Cocoon parties, and with Carl when he started as Page. So yeah, for me it was the first time when I came to play with Carl.
I'm guessing in the documentary it will show your progress through from. Because how did it start for you? You're a musician, a wonderful pianist. We saw there a clip of, but how did that whole musical progression start for you? Where did it start from? Did you want to be a DJ straight away, or was you tinkering with the guitar, piano, or?
Yeah, both. Because DJing always was a passion for me. It was like the other side of the music for me, because I was studying the career, symphonic career, piano and everything. So for me, the DJ sets and the electronic music was like the other side, and like refreshing for me, because when you are studying a lot classical music, your head is like it's very hard career, and for me DJ and electronic was like my escape.
Yeah. But it came obviously full circle.
Yeah,
because now you're composing, and so how was your time in Abbey Road? I bet that was
amazing.
Yeah.
The first day when I was inside, like, wow, man, I'm in Abbey Road, really. I was excited. And after work with them, it was a real pleasure, because they are genius with the sound, mix, mastering, everything. With the orchestra, we did the real live recordings there in one of the big rooms. And Sam Ockel is really professional and clever engineer. We was really excited to work with him.
I was going to say, you have a little black book with all the notes that you made from those guys over there. Does anybody else have any more questions?
Obviously, you've had a long career, and obviously a lot of artists who've had a long career have had a moment where, maybe with the violent things haven't always gone to plan, and maybe have lost heart. But have you always been confident what you've done, or has there been like a time or a moment when you felt that things might slow down, or you felt like it might not happen to where it has done now?
Yeah, sometimes it's difficult, because the music is changing every time, and promoters changing, festivals changing, and sometimes you have to sit and say, okay, which way is the right way? And sometimes you are very scared about which one to take. But I think the most important here is to express exactly the kind of music you feel to express to the people. So, of course, for me, the most important music as electronic for me is techno, of course. So I'm still with techno, and that's it. This is my way.
But for London, London is not known as a techno city. So why did you choose London to move to the last 3 years?
London is for many reasons. Now I'm studying there for symphonic, still studying symphonic career. Also, I'm working with Roland Instruments, which is for me an honor because it was one of my biggest dreams when I was young to work with a brand like Roland, you know. And now this collaboration, it's amazing for me. And yeah, also studying Roland, make my own parties with my old label called Black Coats. Is really experimental techno label, and I think London is the place to do it properly with this label and this kind of events. So I would love if some of the artists was in the documentary can speak something about and just have a quick chat, because Marco have to go very quick to a small issue he has. So yeah, if you want to ask something to Marco or Fatima or
Marco?
or Lloyd from he's there, and also Jamie from Roland. It's very interesting to ask to him questions.
Anybody questions? Marco, to you from I mean, you've obviously known him from the beginning of his career.
Quite, yeah. I think 1996, 1997,
So
something like that. Yeah.
You know, the whole subject of electronic dance music in Spain, was it always attached to the taboo subject of drugs, dark underground, especially with the techno scene going on? It must have been very, very hard for you guys to actually kickstart something.
I don't know, because the crowd in Spain was really, how can I say, really
the maddest bunch on the planet. Yeah,
really going crazy on the dance floor, and this is what it's all about, you know. And the attendings and the parties were also massively. The same like in Belgium, we had the scene starting around 88, 89, but in Spain the parties were also great, and lots of crowd, lots of people showing up.
Yeah. And the majority of techno producers and DJs I know always say Spain is the best place for the techno music anyway.
I don't know if it is the best place, you know, but the parties were amazing, and Cristian, his parties were also amazing, the frenetic parties, you know. They're like 2,000-3,000 people, maybe even 4,000 people. We in Belgium, we had to fight for 1,000 people with 5 headliners. You know what I mean? And loads of money investing and doing just break even. You know, and then I went to his parties, and it was like, wow, everybody went mental, and with just me and him playing and a few others. Fantastic.
But it's quite funny because all our mob from the UK, we used to sing the praises of Belgium, and now you got Belgium singing the praises of Spain. So that, I mean, how long did it realise within that scene that, you know, like people like Dave Clark, Ben Sims, you know, Cristian, yourself, Carl, everybody throughout those days that you would link up? How long before you realised actually this is some real shit going on here? This is a real movement.
What
how
do
long
you
did
mean
it take
in Spain?
you? Well, just generally within the techno scene, the link up internationally. When did you really notice it start to happen for your names as DJs? When did it start to really?
I think back in the 90s, you know, in the beginning of the 90s. And of course, with making productions. Without making productions, you will never cross the border. Nowadays, it's easier. With the social networks, you don't need really productions. If you're very smart and you have big management and you feed them good, and everything goes well, and you know, everything is in the right place and order, and you use a lot of your brains, maybe also possible without productions. You know, that's the thing these days. You have to deal with it.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is, man.
But that's what I mean. You guys, you know, you're pioneers in the venture of dance music. The whole American tag of EDM has kind of been, you know, moved to a point where people can actually say now, okay, that's EDM. But when you look at it, you guys were the pioneers of this whole electronic dance music industry. You know, salute to Roland at the back there. But, you know, taking it live, when did that step happen? From moving from DJ to actually knowing, like you said, like 6 decks, 2 mixers, you know, 8 decks, 2 mixers, etc. When did that start to really take off?
There are not many
for you
people
guys?
who can achieve that, you know. Cristian is for me the best DJ in the world. There are guys getting 30, 40K, they're coming not even close to what he can do. And I'm saying this not because I like him and I love him, but it is the truth.
But promoters are not looking at this anymore, man, really. People are also not listening deep anymore to the music. The only thing what counts is ticket selling, you know? It's sad. I also do events. Of course, I look also on ticket sellers, but I will never book somebody only who sell tickets. If the music is to me disgusting, I will not book him.
Well, it's become commercial, isn't it? And you know,
Yeah,
for a lot of people, that's a dirty,
it's
a dirty word for a lot of
thing
people.
at the moment, you know.
Yeah.
It's a business at the moment, you know, and you have to deal with it.
So I mean, it was in that term then it would have been kind of a hobby to begin with your music. You wouldn't, you know, like you said, you were studying and doing your things. It would be concentrated on a hobby. It's music. I like this. When did you realise, like, this is it? You know, this is it for me. When
For me, it was this 1988. I don't know for Cristian when it was, but yeah, I'm a little older, but it doesn't matter, you know. It's your passion, and then you go for it till your last breath.
So how old was you when you could afford your 1210s or your 1200s?
My what?
Your techniques.
Oh, I got them from my father, and I got still turntables with turning wheel. It was not a pitch at the turn, you know. And then listening. But that's the best way to learn playing, actually, you know. Because now you have the people open the laptop, you know, press and play, you know. And
some people can't even do that, bro.
Listen, I have a lot of respect for people like Richie Hart and all the stuff. They are always one step above everyone. But there are also people who just do like, punk, press play, you know. And for me, no, it's not really giving me goosebumps. Sorry.
So you're not going to Martin Garrix tonight, I guess.
But I have respect for him too. Listen, the EDM people, I met a lot of EDM people, including, I'm not going to say names, but they are really friendly guys.
Mate, listen, I'm the host on the main stage of Tomorrowland.
You mentioned Martin Garrix.
I know exactly what you mean.
But they are really friendly people and really down to earth and respect for all what they do, even if I don't like the music.
I think that's what you kind of, you know, we use Martin as an example, bless him, you know, he's a young kid, he's probably overworked. He's definitely not underpaid though. But these guys now, do you actually watch for that? Do you actually check for that?
What checking?
To see, you know, there's this, what is he? Is he even 21 yet, Martin Garrix? Is he 21 yet? 21, 22, you know.
But he is in the studio and sitting down with, you know, I have respect for him, really, believe me.
What I'm saying is generally he's kind of, and I don't mean to just single mine at all, don't misunderstand me, but that scene now, currently, what you said, you know, you can turn up, laptop, push it on, you can do 12 gigs a night, you know, churn out music, you know, 16 tracks every other week, and then do you not feel for them, actually, at all?
I'm not following it, to be honest.
That's what I mean.
I'm not
you're not
wasting
one
time.
to check for
I
it.
have already not time enough to do my stuff, so I don't know, really, you know. But
yeah, so generally it's kind of like you're not. If you don't have nothing nice to say, just don't say it, right? It's like you do your thing. Big respect, yeah.
Exactly.
But that's techno's always had that. Techno always had that. You know, it's like Dave Clark once said. He said, "I don't play the wrong music. I play the wrong clubs."
He's a character, man. I love him also, really.
But
he's an amazing DJ and amazing producer, and he stayed true to what he's doing for many years.
But the categorizations, the pigeonholes of the scene that, you know, we're very much part of. As much as EDM might be here and techno is here, it's, you know, it's his bloodline. You know, EDM wouldn't be what it is without techno.
Could be. I don't know.
Well, I think it's fair to say.
I think it's two different.
Absolutely,
you know?
absolutely. But it's definitely the roots and bloodline of where we are today with the scene. And you know, you gentlemen have seen it grow up, or maybe I don't know. Maybe there's a better term for that. But so, how do you see the next 2 years? You know, because you know we're all getting on a little bit. You know, Carl is nearing 55 now.
He keeps on going. You know.
You know. I know he's slowly taking steps back, but you know the daybreak sessions at Tomorrowland, for instance, you know, starting at 12 till 3. Where else in the world, only in Belgium, could you get away with things like that? It's like you say. I think promoters. This is me rambling on now. Sorry for everybody, but promoters need to make more of a stand. moving into the future, I think. I don't know what you think on that. Please do.
It was like 2 years because it was very hard to collect files, photographies, videos, the interviews with the artists and everything. It was like long and hard work. And at the end, when I received the movie finished, then I made all the music for the documentary. So 50 minutes of music for something it's a part of your life is like very difficult because you don't know exactly which way to follow with the music in your proper documentary. So it was very hard work, really.
And remind us again, when will it be released and where can we see it? What platforms can we see the documentary?
Yeah, we are trying to have everything ready for the beginning of December, medium of December. But yeah, if hopefully if everything it's okay, and yeah, we have now the distribution and promotion thing. So after that, we can go out with release the documentary. So yeah, hopefully in the beginning of December.
So will you hire a private cinema and get the family in to watch the whole documentary, or have they all seen it already?
Yeah, we are trying to have a deal with one big company about documentaries. Everybody know the name, but I can't. Yeah, just in case, you know. But yeah, we are. No, maybe. Why not? Maybe.
I mean, you mentioned a few other people on the panel as well. Obviously, Marco and some other people. I mean, what's your relationship to Fatima and the people, Loco and Jam? Because obviously, it's quite interesting to see how you've influenced and been influenced by other people within the industry.
I would love to be them to answer because they are here. Just make them speak about.
Yeah, so I met actually Cristian personally for the first time like a few months ago in the airport in Serbia. I was coming back from a show, and like he's the very first time I got into techno. I went to Space Ibiza in 2003. Back then I was playing underground house music, and I seen Cristian playing 4 turntables. And back then techno was a lot faster, loopy, and I didn't really understand it. I was a little bored with it, but the first time I seen him mixing records together, and he's a very aggressive style of mixing, and you know, I just instantly fell in love with techno because of this guy. And I told him this a few months ago in the airport in Serbia, so it's been a big part of my story why I moved from house music to techno. He's an absolute legend.
I love you, man. So how about?
I think I met Cristian at a Marco Belli party actually. It was 10 years I think in Electronics in Liège, and I know him of course from playing I Love Techno. I think was the first time I saw you, and for me it was quite surprising because as Latino as well as Portuguese, the way of we mixing and is very different from other countries, and the way you DJ is sort of unique as well. And for me, I got really catched by it. You're just so quick doing stuff, and back then it's not like the music now. But now people tend to take a minute or two to mix a track, and there it's just instantaneous 1, 2, 3 tracks and so quickly, and you master that. And for me, it was really good to see you do that, and it inspired me a lot the way I mix as well. So thank you for that. No, come on. And yeah, and then of course, then when I met you, for me was a pleasure, and we get to play a lot of times together, and it's always fun because you know you're such a down to earth person. You know, you don't have no ego. Whatever you do, you just from the heart, and for me that's what techno needs. You know, it's just respectful people, and we all doing the same thing. And we all want to achieve good music, and that's it. It's all about the music.
Bueno.
I think I will translate this.
Yo conocí a Cristian pues hace 15 años. Ya es muchísimo tiempo, pero bueno.
Met Cristian 15 years ago. Continue.
Recuerdo que estaba pinchando en una mítica sala de Madrid, Soma, que hoy por hoy está cerrada.
She was playing a classic venue in Madrid called Soma, like many like great DJs play there, like Jeff Mills, all the big names now. They used to play there.
Y había unos amigos suyos que me dijeron, es que te tiene que conocer Cristian. Le llamaron por teléfono, él no estaba en el cartel. Le llamaron por teléfono y apareció allí. De repente miró para atrás y se pone a pinchar después de mí. Y era como, wow, un sueño para mí.
So basically, she has some friend that
Friend of Christian.
Christian, sorry, has some friends that say like, you have to meet her, and suddenly Christian appears in the club and start to play after her, and she was like completely in shock, like, wow, this is like a dream.
Yeah.
Until today, no?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Okay, yeah. I think if you want to make some questions or, yeah.
Thank you. Definitely, Cristian has definitely been an inspiration for me. I remember being 19 years old and just watching videos on YouTube of you from Miami. So my question is, what's next for you, and what is it that you're looking for as far as like, you know, like new sounds and in this scene in techno in general? What is it that you want?
Basically, I think now the future, I hope also, the future of the DJs is going to the live shows, because now the DJ set, it's starting to be more complete with machines, gears, and yeah, everybody wants to express his own and original sound, and I think the best way to do it, it's with your own machines and improvising. Prepare just some things and just flow and see what's happened. I think this is the real improved thing to make something, and let's see what's happened with machines and gears. So I think the future of the DJs maybe is the live shows, and yeah, why not? Hopefully. I would love to have Jamie from Roland speaking some things about. They just presented a documentary about the 808. It was very interesting, and yeah, if you want to say something about the beginning of the 90s with these drum machines and everything, it will be a pleasure for us.
Yeah, so a couple of years ago I went to Japan to interview our late founder, Mr. Kakahashi, and he made the 808 in 1981. And it was kind of an accident that it got into the hands of Africa Bambaataa, for those who know their history, Planet Rock. And that was the first time that it really went into creating electro and electro-funk. But it went on to, you know, create genres, and people were using our machines for stuff they weren't intended for. This machine was designed to be a backing instrument for an organ player, believe it or not. And then Arthur Baker and Africa changed all that. And now we have people like Cristian. You know, when I first went to your London studio, I walked in and he had some of our, I was like, Jesus, you know, had some of our machines, I mean, more machines than I had in my studio, which was weird to start with, but also customized, and the way he was using them was different from other DJs. And whereas maybe 10, 15 years ago, we would have been, you know, the head office in Japan would have been designing and releasing equipment. Now they talk to people like Cristian via me to see where we can go. Whereas before it would be like, hey, we've made a synthesizer or a drum machine, hope you like it. But if there was anything wrong with it, well, we can't really change it. Whereas now Cristian's a big part of the way that we design our gear, because he's very forward thinking and helps us a lot. So yeah, I mean, Roland is in a lucky position to have such a great heritage, and I think now going forward we want to respect that heritage, but also take it to a place where, I mean, you know, Cristian is the one who's making the music and touring the world. We don't do that, so we need feedback from people like Cristian. So it's a pleasure to not only help design equipment with him, but also do some fun videos where we're showing people how the equipment can be used, and it surprises a lot of people. And it's just, if you haven't seen Cristian live, please change that, because it's insane.
So it was a pleasure. Thank you, everybody, and I hope to see you next year here at ADE. Thanks.